Welcome to Boldly Essential, where we share with you wellness support for the mind, body, and soul. In this video series, we are talking about self-care with essential oils, and we're covering the foundations: sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mental and emotional support. We've come to the conclusion that Young Living's Essential Loyalty Rewards program is the most affordable way to consistently nourish mind, body, and soul. We've already covered the important topic of sleep, and now let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition is the literal building blocks of your health. When your body is given proper nutrition, you can build healthy cells. When your body lacks nutrients like fats, carbohydrates, protein, or micronutrients like minerals and vitamins, it does the best it can. The human body is truly amazing. But over time, when you're consistently building cells without all of the building blocks, you're going to produce weaker cells, and we can become deficient in certain areas. And that's when we start experiencing the slow onset of symptoms. So we might see this as weight gain, sluggishness, poor mood, hormone dysregulation, and immune system activation in the way of an autoimmune condition or the inability to fight off pathogens. Hundreds, if not thousands, of books have been published on this topic, and there are thousands of research studies that show when the body is given optimal nutrients, you end up with better sleep, better health, cognition, better hormone function, and these lead to a much higher quality of life. So essential oils, whether you may or may not know this, actually has the ability to improve the nutrient absorption of supplements. So they've demonstrated in clinical tests that when a supplement was given, they first ran the test with this one here, when they formulated it without the essential oils, the absorption rate was around 40%. But when they added the essential oils into the formula, the absorption rate in the bloodstream increased by 40-some%. I can't remember if it was 42 or 44. So forgive me for that detail there. But that is massive. When you're spending money on your supplements, we always know we're not going to absorb absolutely everything that we eat. But when we are investing our money in supplements, we want to make sure they're high quality. And Young Living has lines of supplements that are infused with essential oils so that you get the most bang for your buck. So let's start with the most delicious one. Ningxia Red. This is extremely high in antioxidants. This comes from the Ningxia wolfberry, which you might also have heard called a goji berry. They're quite similar, but they're slightly different species, I believe is the right word for that. And this is grown in the Ningxia province of China. And because of where it is grown, it actually has much higher levels of minerals like magnesium and potassium. And it is extremely high in its antioxidant content. This has about 10 times the amount of antioxidants per serving as a serving of blueberries. And clinical studies have shown that consuming 1 to 2 ounces of Ningxia Red a day had really positive effects on immune function. For people who were exposed to sickness and actually became ill, they recovered faster than those who were not taking the Ningxia Red supplement. And then they also found that people had improved sleep during the Ningxia Red group versus the control. And that was with just 60 milliliters per day, 2 ounces of Ningxia Red. And some of the other benefits that they got were increased metabolism and faster weight loss. So those are pretty great results. And I think the most important question anyone's asking is, does it taste good? And the answer is yes. We have more of a problem of limiting Ningxia Red in our family than we do of taking it. Next, we have multigreens, which I already mentioned, but this was essential to me when I was breastfeeding because it contains a blend of foods that help regulate hormone function. And in my case, the insulin and thyroid benefits were a really important piece of my breastfeeding journey. And so this boosted my milk supply because it had the great things in there like spirulina, bee pollen, alfalfa, barley grass, eleuthero, Pacific kelp, and choline. And so what Young Living adds into this mix is Melissa, also known as lemon balm essential oil. And it also contains amino acids, L-arginine, L-cysteine, L-tyrosine. And L-arginine and L-cysteine were studied, and they show that they actually improve mood as well. So this is a great supplement that you can use to build and repair your tissue. And you take 3 capsules 2 times a day. Some people like to break it up and take 2 capsules 3 times a day. But this is going to also give you a lot of energy because we know that those leafy greens that sometimes we don't always eat really give us a lot more energy. And next, we have Life 9 Probiotic. This contains probiotics that are linked to better digestion, elimination, less heartburn, and a decrease in depression and anxiety, reduction in IBS symptoms, and it is linked to less colic when taken in babies when taken by a breastfeeding mother. So you're going to get 9 different strains with 17 billion active cultures. And then next, we have daily prebiotic fiber, and prebiotics are what actually feed the probiotics that we take or we're making in our body from the food. And a lot of times people are lacking in fiber despite having high carbohydrate diets. So with this one, you take 1 scoop, and this gives you 6 grams of plant-based prebiotic fiber from agave, prickly pear cactus, and guar gum. And now let's talk about some essential oils that you can use to boost your nutrition. So the first one we have here is lemon essential oil. So this is cold pressed from the lemon rinds, and this is a great one. Actually, all of these are great to add to your Ningxia Red. However, if you don't like the taste or smell of one of them, but you need the benefits, just add them to a capsule and drink with water. Next, we have Digest, which is a blend of digestive essential oils such as fennel and tarragon, peppermint, and this one really helps you reduce kind of anything in your alimentary canal, your mouth, to end. Any symptom you have there, Digest is going to support and bring your body back to homeostasis. Next, we have Thieves Vitality, and you already know about Thieves from previous videos where I talked about the Thieves household cleaner. So lemon, rosemary, clove, and cinnamon are some of the essential oils in there that boost your immune function. And then last, we have Copaiba, and this one reduces the inflammatory response in the body. It is the closest essential oil chemically to a CBD, and it also works really well when combined with other essential oils because it gives a magnifying benefit. So if you're taking it with Ningxia Red, obviously it's going to increase the absorption of that. If you were using it with something like peppermint for discomfort, it's going to boost the effects of peppermint. So these are some really great essential oils to add to your nutrition and help you absorb the nutrients from the foods that you're eating and the supplements that you're containing. So if you're ready to improve your self-care, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can get the rest of the videos in this series delivered to you by the internet magicians. And make sure you head to the show notes to check out the great freebie, that's how you say it, that we have for you to help support not only your nutrition, but also your sleep and your mood regulation and your exercise, which is one of the next videos that we're going to be coming out with. So make sure that you stay tuned, give this a like, and then all the links for the products mentioned below will be easy for you to grab if you just head down there. Thank you.